They may be fast and convenient, but those drive-thru chicken nuggets could be packing more than a tasty punch. Like more than your entire day's recommended sodium. If you've ever found yourself craving some chicken nuggets from McDonald's, there's actually a very good reason for that. McDonald's scientifically engineers its nuggets to taste good with the perfect combination of seasonings, salt, juiciness, and texture. The bad news is that designing the perfect nugget to cater to your cravings means that they're not exactly good for you. Take the 10-piece order of nuggets. It has 410 calories, 24 grams of fat, and 850 milligrams of sodium. And that's where the problem really is. While the average consumer in America gets around 3,500 milligrams of sodium per day, the American Heart Association says people would be much healthier if they averaged no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium. Even better, the ideal amount, according to the group, is no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. Eat one 10-piece serving, and you're a good part of the way there. So what should you go for instead? A McChicken sandwich is the better bet here. Although the fat and calories are comparable, the 560 milligrams of sodium is much better for you health-wise.
Wow, I own chicken.
Jack in the Box has a massive menu, and it includes not only chicken strips, but also chicken nuggets. For the sake of consistency, we're going to look at their 8-piece nuggets, which is the closest we could find. Swing through the drive-thru here, and you'll be getting a fast food treat that comes with 380 calories, 27 grams of fat, and 970 milligrams of sodium. There are other options on the menu that still aren't great health-wise, but are better. Opt for the chicken fajita pita without salsa that has 310 calories, 9 grams of fat, and 790 milligrams of sodium. While that's still going to mean keeping an eye on nutrient numbers for the rest of the day, it's not nearly as bad as the nuggets. While Burger King doesn't have a 10-piece order of chicken nuggets, it does have an 8-piece. And it's worth keeping that in mind for anyone who's got a running comparison going among our fast food chains. Order that 8-piece, and you'll get 390 calories, 25 grams of fat, and 990 milligrams of sodium. Do the math to estimate the values for 10 pieces. And that's way worse for your health than the numbers for McDonald's, which aren't great to begin with. There is, however, a completely legit alternative here. And that's the chicken fries. An 8-piece serving of chicken fries has 220 calories, 12 grams of fat, and 680 milligrams of sodium. We'd even go as far as saying that we like these better anyway, as there's something satisfying about the shape and the breading. The crispy wraps are another good alternative. Take the honey mustard royal crispy wrap. That's got 290 calories, 14 grams of fat, and 790 milligrams of sodium. The fact that it comes with sauce is another advantage for this option. We're not factoring sauces into our nugget nutrition tallies because there are simply way too many options and combinations. It goes without saying that adding sauces to any option will increase calories and sodium levels even more. Order a wrap and avoid that massive pitfall.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Arby's offers a 9-piece order of chicken nuggets, and according to the nutritional information, that comes with 470 calories, 23 grams of fat, and a whopping 1,360 milligrams of sodium. That's close to what the American Heart Association considers an ideal daily limit. And wrapping that up in a small serving of chicken nuggets is definitely not ideal. If you're craving that chicken, opt for the 3-piece chicken tenders, with 370 calories, 18 grams of fat, and 1,190 milligrams of sodium. It still isn't great for you, but it's better than the nuggets. It's no secret that Wendy's is pretty delicious with amazing burgers. And the Frosties, those go without saying. Still, when we did a deep dive into Wendy's chicken nuggets, we did find some disturbing things. Like the claim that its nuggets are only about 37% chicken. The rest? Fat and breading. For the 10-piece nuggets from Wendy's, you're talking about 450 calories, 30 grams of fat, and 950 milligrams of sodium. Again, that's just plain nuggets with no sauce. Sauces here add between 45 and 120 calories, and between 120 milligrams and 240 milligrams of sodium. Fortunately, Wendy's has a ton of options for less calories, fat, and sodium. We'd recommend opting for the 6-piece nuggets, with just 270 calories, 17 grams of fat, and 570 milligrams of sodium. It's pretty decent. While it is a smaller portion, it still satisfies your chicken cravings without making a massive indent in your daily recommended sodium intake.
We don't make sense. we make chicken.
Oh, Popeyes, how we love you. Let us count the ways. Popeyes is a massive favorite for a good reason, but that only holds as long as you don't take a look at its nutritional information. The numbers are enough to make your arteries clog just by reading them. And even though we know that fried chicken isn't a health food, it's still shocking. Let's take the 12-piece chicken nuggets. If you think you're doing yourself a favor by opting for nuggets instead of the fried chicken, well, consider that bubble burst. One order of nuggets comes with 570 calories, 36 grams of fat, and a whopping 1,320 milligrams of sodium. That's creeping up on the American Heart Association's ideal limit for sodium for an entire day. Plus, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration recommends consuming no more than 78 grams of fat per day. One order of Popeyes nuggets gets you almost halfway there. So what's a better alternative? Well, you could opt for the 8-piece nuggets, which, of course, has 380 calories, 24 grams of fat, and 880 milligrams of sodium. Otherwise, we honestly don't know what to tell you here, because, well, it's Popeyes. It's not going to be healthy. It's going to be delicious, fried chicken goodness, the sort of thing that leaves your fingers feeling greasy even after you've had a good wash. It's okay to treat yourself, but be mindful about it. Shake Shack is another great option that's joined the ranks of widely accessible fast food chains. And that's pretty brilliant. The place is known for its burgers, but it has chicken nuggets too. They're more precisely called chicken bites. And a 10-piece pack comes with 510 calories, 32 grams of fat, and 1,300 milligrams of sodium. That's a lot. And if you opt for the 10-piece Hot Honey Chicken Bites, all of those numbers are going to go up even higher. 770 calories, 56 grams of fat, and 2,030 milligrams of sodium. That's well past the American Heart Association's ideal of 1,500 milligrams per day, and nearing the level that the group recommends the average consumer not exceed for daily intake. That's a shame, because it's easy to fall into the line of thinking that suggests chicken is going to be a healthier option than beef. If you're heading to Shake Shack and have your heart set on chicken, ordering the chicken shake is a slightly better option than the bites, with 550 calories, 31 grams of fat, and 1,170 milligrams of sodium. It's a more substantial choice that's healthier for you in the long run. White Castle is known for its sliders, and while you can get chicken nuggets there in the form of chicken rings, it's actually healthier for you to get a chicken ring slider. What? Let's look at the nutritional information for a 9-piece order of chicken rings. That's 470 calories, 31 grams of fat, and 910 milligrams of sodium. Those levels are not great, but actually are not the worst on our list, which is why it kind of makes sense that if you opt instead for a chicken ring slider, you'd be doing your health a favor. Order a single chicken ring slider with cheese, and that's 200 calories, 10 grams of fat, and 470 milligrams of sodium. That too isn't great for your health, but ordering single sliders allows more control over the portion size, and you can get your chicken fix with a slider or two instead of a whole order of rings. And let's be honest, you're going to want to get sliders at White Castle. Why else would you go there? It kind of goes without saying that Chick-fil-A knows what it's doing when it comes to chicken. And that includes its chicken nuggets. They're a major hit for a good reason. But are they good for you? First, the bad news. Those regular nuggets aren't the greatest health-wise. But in all honesty, they're not the worst on our list either. Let's take the 12-piece box. That comes with 380 calories, 17 grams of fat, and 1,820 milligrams of sodium. Now, we promised some good news. In addition to the standard breaded nuggets, Chick-fil-A also sells grilled nuggets. Swapping out standard chicken nuggets for grilled might seem like a major sin. But Chick-fil-A has gotten pretty constant praise for its grilled nuggets. The 12-piece box of grilled nuggets has only 200 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, and 660 milligrams of sodium. That's a total win. Heading to Carl's Jr. for your chicken nugget fix? We don't blame you. Ever since elementary school teachers started handing out stars for good behavior and achievements, there's been something satisfying about them. Is that why Carl's Jr. decided to make its chicken nuggets star-shaped? We have no idea. But we're also not complaining. Nutritionally, they're no better and no worse than most of the others, as a 9-piece serving has 410 calories, 23 grams of fat, and 710 milligrams of sodium. That star shape is also kind of a giveaway that you're eating a processed product. And while we do love getting gold stars, it's possible that it's also kind of a turnoff. If that's the case, Don't worry, Carl's Jr. also has an alternative. Its 3-piece chicken tenders have only 260 calories and 13 grams of fat, which is great. The downside is that you're going to be getting about 60 milligrams more of sodium in the chicken tenders compared with the chicken stars. But it's entirely possible that it's a trade-off you'll be happy to make. In addition to their options for burgers and boneless chicken, Checkers and Rally's also have a 10-piece chicken nugget option that has 500 calories, 32 grams of fat, and 1,160 milligrams of sodium. Since everything is better with fries, we should mention there's also a with fries option that clocks in at 710 calories, 40 grams of fat, and 1,680 milligrams of sodium. Neither of those are super great when it comes to your health, but there are some better options. Go for the 5-piece plain chicken wing order, and that'll set you back just 350 calories, 23 grams of fat, and 760 milligrams of sodium. That's not terrible, right?
This Oreo with chocolate custard concrete I declare to be the finest in the land!
Yes, that's right. Sonic does, in fact, sell food as well as all those amazing drinks. That includes popcorn chicken. And while popcorn chicken and chicken nuggets are different, they're close enough that we think if you're craving nuggets and you're near a Sonic, they're going to be a legitimate answer. A medium order is going to have 490 calories, 28 grams of fat, and 1,640 milligrams of sodium. Go for the large, and that skyrockets to 2,520 milligrams of sodium. Sonic has a 2-piece order of chicken tenders on the kids menu, and if you want just a quick snack, this might be the way to go. With just 170 calories, 8 grams of fat, and 490 milligrams of sodium, this small portion offers a nice option. Just note that because it's part of a wacky pack kids meal, you're going to get a side and a drink with it. On the other hand, if you want something more substantial, consider the chicken slinger. The sandwich has 360 calories, 18 grams of fat, and 690 milligrams of sodium, which is pretty much health food as far as Sonic is concerned.